Hey y'all, so it's been a little minute since I've been on here to tell my testimonies. Excuse my poofiness of my hair. I've been working out, I've been working, I've been in school, I've been doing a whole bunch. But I want to just get this out. Man, when I say God has never failed me, God has literally never failed me yet. God has not failed me yet, man. I just want to talk about just two things that happened in the month of June that was just so miraculous as a father to do. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the first thing. For those who don't know, I'm a working mom. I'm also in school. I'm technically a part-time student, but I'm really a full-time student with the amount of work that I have to do. Anybody who know any healthcare jobs, residency programs, anything like that has to do with like healthcare, nursing, doctorate degrees, they are very hard to get. Okay, you have to put that work in. Okay, my hair is really messing with me right now, but it ain't gonna get in the way of this testimony, so I'm gonna finish. So I had a night maybe 2 weeks ago where I just broke down. I literally I was just so sad because I'm like, I want my children to enjoy their summer. Like, all they see is me hustling in and out for work, and if I'm not at work, I'm at school, and if I'm not, I'm not able to be their mother and take them out to theme parks and stuff that I want to do with them. Like, it's a sacrifice. My friends haven't seen me, my family hardly sees me, but my children, they're my soft spot, and I just remember crying out to God. Like, I just refused to do homework for like a week. I know it was self-sabotage, but we'll get into that on another video. But I'm like, I'm just going on a mental break in my mind. I can't escape my reality right now because I know God is working on me so I can better myself. But this is so hard to be away from my kids. And I cried out. I said, God, all I want right now is for my children to enjoy their summer. I don't care what I'm doing. I want them to have a good time. I promise y'all, I promise you, the first week my sister called me, my older sister, who never babysits, by the way. She's like, I want to get the boys, I want to do a game night over the weekend. Mind you, I had clinicals that Saturday. She didn't know anything about that. She called Thursday night to arrange to get my boys for the weekend. So I was able to drop them off week 1, and they were able to go to her house, have a good time with their cousins, do game night. That sounds so small to some people, but you got to understand, like I said, my circumstances. Her not knowing what I had to do. Her never really babysitting, but for some reason just calling me to come through for this specific moment, right? I didn't even tally that up that it was God, right? So week 2 come around, because God, he's a good father. He's a great grandfather, by the way. And, I'm still in my little bit of my funk. I'm just like, I just wish, mom guilt. I want to do more. And a friend, one of my oldest son's friends, his mother called because I invited her to enjoy my son's birthday with us. And she's like, hey, I got some SeaWorld passes. Can I take both of your kids? Again, this is my oldest son friends. So you would think that they would just ask for the oldest son. No, she asked for both of them. Both of them. And this was on a Thursday, and I had clinical on Saturday. Once again, God literally was like clockwork for 2 weeks straight. Everything I would have wanted to do with my kids, he had somebody step in, somebody who I don't normally talk to, somebody who I've never asked a favor of, and this was a total unexpected blessing that didn't cost me a dime. It didn't cost me a dime, so my children was able to go to the theme park, and I didn't have to pay anything. She had the passes already ready for them. I didn't have to pay. I didn't have to look after them. They did all of that while I was in clinical. And that's when I realized it was God. And I'm like, it just brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, God literally stepped right in. He stepped right in to make sure my children had exactly what I wanted them to have, whether I was giving it to them or not. And let me tell you, because God ain't done, and he's God, and you cannot outdo God, right? God literally made it happen again the next week. Like, literally, this is 3 weeks, the whole month of June. This week 3. I get my neighbor, hey, my son play with your son. Can he go to this theme park with us? This is a whole, I'm talking about, I never get a break from my youngest one. This is like 3 weeks straight of God just showing up without me having to pay a dime. And I'm like, sure, she's a great, cool woman. Our kids play together all the time, so it was fine. But my point is, God took care of that. He took care of that. All you have to do is talk to God, and God will take care of that. So that was miracle number 1 for June. Okay, my second one that just happened to me today. As I just stated, I am a working mom. I work a full-time, high-powered job. I don't have a girl job. I have a big girl job. You get what I'm saying? I work a full-time job. I go to school basically full-time every night. So you probably think, how do you take care of your kids? Okay, and I be having to think the same thing sometimes because I don't know how sometimes. So with that being said, I don't have that great of a study schedule. I study on the go. I study in my car. I study at work. I study in class most of the time. I get my work did in school. God is literally carrying me throughout my education right now. Like, I can't tell you. Okay, let me get to the point. So that's my life. I just wanted to give you a snapshot. That's all. And today we had midterms. I studied 15 minutes before class. Now, I did get a little bit of studying in here and there. Like I said, I do my best with what I have. But God can meet you right where you at. And I prayed before I went into my classroom. This is one of my most strict teachers. She don't play. She don't play at all. She give us the most work. She don't play. She's not one of those nicey nice, I'm gonna make it easy for you teachers. No, she is very heavy on content, very heavy on everything. So I prayed before I went in today. I say, Lord, go ahead of me. I know I haven't been the most prepared in life for things, but I believe that you brought me here. And I believe that you're going to give me the grace to sustain what it is that you have me doing. God, help me arrange my thoughts so I can take this midterm. I was probably rolling on maybe an hour tops of studying time. Tell me why I got a high B, almost a 90. And I think after she gives the extra points, I'm going to have a 90%. I got one of the highest grades, I believe, because I don't really know. I got one of the highest grades in the class on that midterm exam. And I almost just fell out my chair, like, and for some reason, I just wasn't nervous. When you give it to God, you surrender your things to God, and you trust Him, and you give Him time to make that solution, He cannot fail. He will not fail. The problem with a lot of people is they ask God for something, and they give God a time frame. I asked God, and I literally just went, it was no butterfly in my stomach. I was trying to make myself be nervous, child. And I just wasn't nervous. Like, I just was not nervous. I wasn't. I just like, whatever, it's going to be what it's going to be. And I literally said, all I want, Lord, is at least a B. That's all I said. I came out with exactly what I asked for. Exactly. I told God, hey, I just want my children to enjoy their summer. My kids have been to theme parks every single week the month of June. I've only paid for one field trip during summer camp for my son. Everything else has been people stepping in left and right who mess with us, who love us, giving my children what I want to give my children. My children has not gone without the things I would be giving them. God is good. He know what you need. You just have to be willing to say it. And please, don't be like me, because I'm just not learning how to give God space to answer. Do not rush God on His response. Go to Him first. He can't fail, y'all. Alright, I love y'all. And yes, I am taking this very ugly hair out. But don't worry about the hair. Worry about the message. Alright. Love y'all. Bye.